What is going on, all my Talonites? It's your boy TalonMasterJ here. I'm here to bring you guys a brand new piece of content, and it's holiday themed because, you know, I got the Santa hat on. We're recording in December, and we're actually going to be talking about a Santa-themed Pokemon because we're going to be talking about the most broken Pokemon in the history of competitive Pokemon, Delibird. Yes, we are talking about Delibird and how great Delibird is in the competitive scene because this Pokemon is phenomenal. It hits hard with Blizzard. It hits hard with Present. It hits hard with Aerial Ace. Wait a second. Why am I getting a phone call here? Hold on. Let me take this real quick. Hello? Uh-huh. What do you mean it's not Delibird? Come on! Delibird's the best! So wait, but I see this Pokemon. It's Delibird. It's Delibird. It is literally Delibird. It's a robot? It's a robot! But that makes no sense. It's a robot. Okay, I guess I was wrong. Okay. I guess I was wrong, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about a robot Delibird today. We are talking about the Iron Bundle, as what it's called. And before we get into the Iron Bundle and figuring out how I was wrong about Delibird being really good in competitive Pokemon, gonna say it right now, guys, thanks to all of you, we have made it to 200 Talonite subscribers on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for your support. We managed to make that goal before the end of the year of 200 Talonites, and now the next goal is naturally 300. So if you like this kind of content and you want to see more, and you want to see more of me, subscribe if you're new, become a Talonite today, and leave a like and comment down below on what you think of the Iron Bundle, and also Delibird, because everybody loves Delibird, especially the anime Delibird. But without further ado, let's discuss the Iron Bundle. Now, before we were talking about the Iron Bundle, I'm going to say it straight up, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I was going to do it as like a fake video about Delibird and everything, because if we all know Delibird, that Pokemon is absolutely bad. Outside of a base 75 speed, it's not good. It's got base 65 special attack, it's got a base 55 attack, and then the rest of its stats are base 45. So, it doesn't really take hits, it hates stealth rocks, it hates fire type moves, it hates electric type moves. The only thing I think that's going for it is that it gets freeze dry, which in all fairness, I think almost 90% of ice type Pokemon get nowadays anyway, because it's just that freaking good against water type Pokemon. However, now we're going to talk about the Iron Bundle, because again, I thought it was a Delibird when it first came. I thought, oh my god, they have finally made Delibird good, and I cannot wait to use it and destroy competitive Pokemon with, because it would be funny to win a World Championship, as I plan to potentially have a shot at going to Worlds. I'm not going to say I'm winning Worlds, but it would have been fun to win it with Delibird. Unfortunately, Delibird in the Iron Bundle formation is so OP right now, it is not even funny. Because look at these stats. The HP is still bad from the regular Delibird that it's allegedly based off of. It only goes up 11 points in base stat, so it goes from a 45 to a 56, but everything else goes through the roof. Base 80 physical attack, so you can make Delibird or Iron Bundle a physical attacker. Base 114. Yes, the HP does suck on it, but at the same time, you can take a couple of physical attacks with a base 114 and some HP investment. But the real shockers of this Pokemon are the special attack and the speed stat. Base 124 special attack and base 136 speed. Base 136 is one of the fastest Pokemon in the games. I think the only ones that are faster than I can recall off the top of my head are Zeraora, Dragapult, Ninjask, Deoxys Speed, and Regieleki. And I can't recall if Pheromosa is faster than base 136. I think it's right around that area, but I'm not 100% sure on Pheromosa. I just know Dragapult, Zera, Ninjask, Speed Deoxys, and Regieleki. And it's just insane what this Pokemon can do. Like, It's fast as all heck to where you barely need to put speed investment on this Pokemon, and you're faster than basically the whole metagame, which is absolutely insane. I mean, I'm just stunned that they actually found a way to make Delibird broken. All we needed was to A, make it a robot, and B, make it a water type. It's not even ice flying anymore, it's ice water. So the fire type weakness is canceled out. It gains a weakness to grass. It still had the weakness to flying. It still has the weakness to fighting, and it also negates the weakness to steel. It makes it neutral. And as you know, steel types, we like destroying things. So it's unfortunate that Delibird isn't one of our easy KOs anymore, but it still can be depending on the Pokemon that you're using. But overall, I'm looking at this Pokemon and I could see it breaking competitive, especially the single battle format, because base 136 speed is so fast in the games, and speed in singles is usually the cream of the crop strategy. In doubles, it's usually Trick Room or Fake Out or setting up like Follow Me Redirect for a setup mon. I know we're seeing the thing with Dondozo and Tatsugiri and Flamigo, and I'll just say it right now in the middle of this video, along with becoming a Talonite today, we're probably going to do a video ranking every Pokemon, or giving my opinion on it, and every character in Scarlet and Violet, because some of the characters are really freaking good. Especially this one, even though it's a Pokemon. Or, it's supposed to be, it's a Paradox Pokemon. But, getting back into this Pokemon, from a singles competitive, it is probably going to be, I'd say maybe, if we're going in draft format, I'd probably put it like a 13 to 15 point mon, just because of the base 136 speed and the 124 special attack. It's probably going to be in the higher range. I just don't think it's going to be like, you know, top tier like a Dragapult or a Garchomp or something like that. But let's get into the moves with this Pokemon. And keep in mind, with it being a Paradox Pokemon, it does have the same thing as the Scarlet Pokemon, except theirs is Quark Drive, which activates an electric terrain, or with the booster energy. So that's a difference with the future Paradox Pokemon compared to the past Paradox Pokemon. But here's just some of the moves that this Iron Bundle can learn. It can learn Acrobatics, it can learn Blizzard, it gets Freeze Dry, Ice Beam, Ice Punch. I think Delibird might have gotten Ice Punch, I could be wrong on that one. Ice Spinner, which is basically Steel Roller if it's an Ice-type move with a lot less power. I gotta specify that. Steel Roller, I think, was like a base 130. This move's a base 80. It just cancels terrain. It gets Play Rough. It gets U-Turn, although I think Delibird did get U-Turn. I could be wrong there. It gets the brand new move, Chilling Water, which is a special type attack that lowers the target's physical attack by 1 stage. And with that base 114 defense, -1 attack kind of helps out in making it live sometimes even 2, maybe 3, or if you're lucky, 4 hits without getting knocked out. It also gets moves like, naturally gets Electric Terrain. All the future Paradox Pokemon do get Electric Terrain via Move Reminder, so they can physically set up Electric Terrain without needing something like an Electric type Pincurchin or Miraidon in order to activate their ability. It gets Fling, but Delibird also got Fling. The only thing that it doesn't get, which is a difference from the original Delibird, is probably Present. But then again, we all know Delibird is Santa if Santa was a Pokemon and a Pokemon was a penguin. And it kind of needed to deliver presents. Most of it is cold, some of it is presents. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, this Pokemon is going to be absolutely insane. I mean, you could have a set where it's like Freeze Dry, because, you know, you're probably going to want that in case of a water type on your opponent's team. You're going to want U-Turn, maybe if you want to get Pivot or anything like that. You got like Avalanche and stuff like that. You've got the only thing that it doesn't really, I mean, it gets Air Cutter for a special flying type move, but outside of that, it doesn't get anything really on the flying type special side, which is unfortunate. I mean, it would have been nice to maybe see it get Hurricane or Air Slash, so it could have a special flying type move that is bigger than, or that is higher base power than 60, even though it has a high crit ratio and hits both foes in a double battle. But outside of that, I mean, its special coverage is virtually minute. I mean, the only ones I can see is honestly Chilling Water and Terra Blast, depending on your type. Outside of that, it gets almost nothing that isn't ice or water type moves. So, I mean, it does get Play Rough, but that's a physical move, and I mean, the base 80 is nice for Play Rough, so you can, like I said, you can do a physical set with a like Play Rough, Ice Spinner, Flip Turn, and something like Acrobatics or something like that, or a physical Terra Blast if you really wanted to. But outside of that, I mean, it's very unique. I think the only real prowess that it has is that is the base 136 speed. People are going to overvalue it just alone on that speed stat. And in all fairness, I've seen it on the ladder a couple times, and it really does do a lot of damage, because you don't really think of a base 136 being a lead, and then it just wipes out half of your team. That could also admittedly be because I'm not the greatest at it. But let's also look at the VGC side of things. Now, from a VGC perspective, it really doesn't have much to offer for a VGC format. I mean, it gets Taunt, but outside of that, I mean, you know, you get Spore, you get Follow Me, you get Trick Room, a couple of other status. Like, I don't really see Will-O-Wisp all that much in VGC. I see Thunderwave. I definitely see Spore. You always see Spore in there. So, I mean, it could do that. It could, you know, try to prevent something like that, be a support mon. It does get Aurora Veil and the move Snowscape, which sets up snow. And honestly, I'm both happy and bummed that Hail is gone. I'm happy because I don't have to worry about damage, but at the same time, I'm bummed because then it's like that extra chip could go a long way. But with Snowscape giving Delibird's base 114 defense a 1.5 times boost, that's 114 times 114 plus 57, which is 171 after the Snowscape boost. So you get Snowscape, base 171, add the Aurora Veil, it can help out a lot, especially in doubles. It gets Blizzard, which is nice for spread coverage. It gets Hydro Pump, it gets Ice Beam. Like I said, it gets Air Cutter, it gets Icy Wind. Icy Wind, great for speed control. If you have a Pokemon that's a little bit slower than your opponents, but you have Icy Wind, you lower the speed by a stage, and it helps out there. You get Rain Dance if you want to set up like a Swift Swim Mon or something like that. You got Endure if you want to do something like a Custap Berry set. You got Helping Hand, which is really good for a VGC format. I mean, it's got some niches in the VGC format that I can tell. But at the same time, I mean, I gotta remember, straight up, it's a Delibird robot. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be the greatest thing in the world. I mean, it's possible that it could, but I'm just trying to find it more so than anything else. But outside of that, I mean, I could see people using it in singles. I definitely see it being a draft staple with the ice water type. And again, like when it comes to Terra typing, I mean, you could change it to whatever type you want. But if you want like stab on the moves, I mean, it gets normal, water, ice, fairy, bug, whatever Terra Blast turns into, and dark. So aside from that, I mean, it's middle of the pack, but depending on where it is on your point system, that could determine if it's going to be a Terra Captain or it's not going to be. And overall, I mean, I give this Pokemon like 7, maybe 8 out of 10 in terms of its overall viability in the competitive scene. But I gotta see how it works and all that, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta try it for myself. I gotta experience it. I'm probably gonna lose to it a couple of times. Who knows? But what do you think about the Iron Bundle. Did you catch it if you had Violet? Have you used the Iron Bundle before in playthrough or competitive? Let me know what you think about the Iron Bundle. Tell me if you prefer it over Delibird and why. Leave a like on this video. Subscribe for new Pokemon content sporadically. I gotta be honest there. I do it sporadically. But be sure to subscribe to become a Talonite today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for your support. I recommend all of my Draft League channel friends. I will see you guys with another video very soon. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.